The Super Mario Galaxy games are some of the best Mario games that we've ever had, but how likely would it be that a Super Mario Galaxy 3 becomes a thing 4 years after the large success that Super Mario Odyssey was? Hey, what's up everyone? Wes here. Welcome back to the channel, and that is going to be the topic for discussion. A true Galaxy fanboy can only dream of a Super Mario Galaxy 3, right? Despite the fact that Super Mario Galaxy 3 may or may not even exist or happen in this lifetime or the next is definitely up for debate. But would you ever put it past Nintendo to do it? They could capitalize on the Odyssey hype and release Galaxy 2 with the 0.5 additive that they've always talked about. But has the success of Odyssey ruled out the possibility of a Mario Galaxy 3? Let's go ahead and dive into it. Now, Super Mario Galaxy as a part of the 3D Mario game lineup has succeeded pretty well. The first Galaxy game sold roughly just a little less than 13 million copies, but also being within the top 10 most sold games on the Nintendo Wii was pretty extraordinary considering how well some of the games sold on that system. Along with Galaxy 2, which was supposed to essentially be a DLC for the first Galaxy game, sold a little less than 8 million copies just 3 years after the first Galaxy release. If Super Mario Galaxy 3 ever happened though, what would you want? Or rather, what would you like added to the game that would really make it feel like a worthy successor to the originals? Most importantly, what would it need to make you want to pick up a third edition to the Galaxy series? But before we jump into all of the features that I would like to see added to a Mario Galaxy 3, let's talk about the possibility of a Super Mario Galaxy 3 even happening. So one thing that we do know for sure is with the Nintendo Switch console lifecycle, Nintendo is trying to make sure that they get things right, and they're trying to duplicate previous successes on the consoles. We see that with the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and now the sequel to Breath of the Wild, and I am almost certain that Nintendo wants to try to repeat that success with Super Mario Odyssey with a Mario Odyssey 2. So what is the likelihood that Nintendo develops two 3D Mario games with Mario Odyssey 2 and Galaxy 3? I don't think that possibility is very likely, mainly because they want to do what works on the Nintendo Switch, but also you have to consider the Mario Galaxy games are a motion controlled game, and with the Nintendo Switch lifecycle, they've been kind of rolling back all of the motion control features that they've been doing. In previous years, Nintendo relied heavily on motion controls, and with the Switch, they just really haven't been doing that, despite the fact that there's Joy-Cons that are motion controlled. But I don't think that's a factor that Nintendo will really pay attention to, especially whenever you consider the fact that they've had pretty successful games that have motion controls that they were able to make work on a Pro controller like Skyward Sword HD, and of course Super Mario Galaxy 1 on 3D All-Stars. Granted, Nintendo did that just for workarounds for handheld and the Switch Pro controller. Either way though, the likelihood that Nintendo develops another game that is heavily relied on motion controls is likely not going to happen on the Switch console. One thing that's also worth mentioning is the fact that Super Mario Galaxy 2 is not on the Nintendo Switch. So what if Nintendo is currently developing a Galaxy 2 Deluxe for the Nintendo Switch console with like a new expansion, similar to what they did with 3D World plus Bowser's Fury? What if they're doing the same thing for Mario Galaxy 2? If they did that, then the likelihood of a Galaxy 3 is a lot more possible, but then again, Nintendo might just want to print some money with getting Galaxy 2 on the console just because it's such an easy port for them. I'm not saying that Super Mario Galaxy 3 is out of the question, I'm just saying that that is not currently in Nintendo's priorities. I could be proven wrong, and I hope to be, because the Galaxy games are amazing. I just think that we would get a port of Galaxy 2 with additional content so they can keep the price around $60, and if that game sells well, then they would consider a Super Mario Galaxy 3. But what if Nintendo has already been developing a Super Mario Galaxy 3 and it's actually happening? Here is what I think needs to be changed and added to a Galaxy 3 to make it worth the purchase. So first and foremost, we got to have more 2D levels. Mario is built on its 2D level playability, and that's obviously no secret. Super Mario Odyssey implemented 2D levels like it was butter being applied to bread. Absolutely perfect. Like in Sand Kingdom, where you would get to the top of the mini castle, you have to transition through a mini 2D world, or in Cascade Kingdom, where to get to the top of the mountain to fight the chain chomps, you have to traverse through a 2D world and pop out like it was nothing. We need a good cooperative system. The Switch is the perfect console and welcomes co-op wherever needed. Odyssey is also a game that didn't shine in this spotlight either, but I think that Galaxy 3, given the right mindset for the team, could lead to a nice and properly made co-op system. Nothing feels worse than just pulling in the stars or just controlling Cappy. A proper co-op system where the second player has a free roam of any and all controls that they want would be an incredible addition. Next up, better motion controls or just no motion controls at all. As many of you may know, that the first Mario Galaxy game was ported over to the Nintendo Switch with the 3D All-Stars collection. Galaxy up until that that point is arguably one of the best 3D platform games in the franchise, although the Switch has its flaws, especially when in handheld mode. I think that implementing better motion controls for a newer game and adding better motion detection or even a Pro Controller support with the option to disable motion controls entirely could make for Galaxy 3 to be a worthy successor for the Mario Galaxy franchise. Next up, online play. Now, along with the co-op system mentioned before, an online system could do this game good. Galaxy was very fun for its fun gags and mini games as well. Having an online mode, or at the very least make it possible to play with your friends, would make this game amazing. Lastly, Super Mario Galaxy 3 needs more playable characters. With Mario and Yoshi and even a little bit of Luigi in the second installment, I believe that having more characters would be legendary for the third game. As mentioned previously in my Super Mario 2 video, I think that the addition of Wario with some throwback Wario worlds would be pretty cool, and who could also forget Waluigi? Who wouldn't want to fly through all of the maps with Waluigi? There is so many other characters in the Mario universe that could make this game for an even better experience, and I really hope if Super Mario Galaxy 3 is even a possibility, Nintendo goes crazy with it like they always do. Super Mario Galaxy's game mechanics are certainly a treat to bestow, and anyone would love to be able to play a brand new edition, especially on the successful Nintendo Switch. But the question is, when will Nintendo actually do it? And what does Nintendo truly have in store for the Mario franchise in 2022 and beyond? I, for one, hope that Nintendo at least considers a Super Mario Galaxy 3. That's going to conclude this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel with your notifications on. This has been Wes, and I will talk to you again soon.